19 years old. He's playing for England first team. He's a special player.
England smashed Iran and gave the world a heads up. The young Lions have only one goal in Qatar, and their first exhibition was spectacular. With Bellingham and Saka as stars, they are ready to make history. What the heaven is happening to the three Lions? The big if. England's manpower isn't in question. Every football fan in the world knows that Gareth Southgate has arguably one of the best national teams in Qatar. Some experienced players, plus several youngsters who disrupted the Premier League, puts England as one of the big candidates in the World Cup. If the young Lions don't feel the pressure, if they manage to play as they do on their teams, if they can overcome more than 50 years without a major title. There was a big if around England's national team, and especially its youngsters, before the World Cup. But the young Lions arose and showed that they have only one goal in Qatar. The rise of the young Lions. The English victory over Iran wasn't a surprise. But Harry Kane was not the star of the team. Neither Jordan Pickford nor Kieran Trippier. It was the young players who led Southgate's squad to its first victory in the tournament. Jude Bellingham played arguably one of his best games for England. The midfielder scored the opener, and his performance was stunning. He bossed the midfield, avoided the Iranians to recover from the first blow, and secured England's victory through possession and short associations. How on earth did Gavi win the Golden Boy award over him? In any case, the Borussia Dortmund player was not the only youngster to thrive in the first game day. Bukayo Saka scored a brace and confirmed his incredible moment. For the Arsenal star, it was also a redemption match. The forward was one of the most criticized players after the heartbreaking penalty shootout defeat against Italy in the 2020 Euro final. That being said, he and Marcus Rashford were also victims of racial abuse back then. And guess who scored just 60 seconds after replacing Saka? Yep, you got it right. Rashford scored his first ever World Cup goal. And proved to Southgate that after being a sub throughout the 2018 World Cup, he's ready to be a starter in Qatar. And even when Mason Mount was replaced, Southgate decided to keep some experienced players on the bench and gave Phil Foden his World Cup baptism. The coaches decided to let the young Lions be in charge of the English hope. Take it home. 56 years is a really long time. English fans have waited long enough for a major title. They played 7 games in Russia. They reached the final in the Euros, but the trophy is still denied for them. Now, with one of the youngest World Cup squads, fans feel like it's time to make history once and for all. The "It's Coming Home" chant is still present at every English game, and the rise of the young Lions gives them hope to lift the trophy for the second time. Southgate sees the age not as a problem, but as an opportunity.
You know, you can make excuses at times for not putting young people in. Accepting that they'll make mistakes, accepting that players will make mistakes because of the way we're asking them to play. But I'll take responsibility for that because that will be the way I encourage them to do things.
The next obstacles will be United States and Wales. Judging by the level shown in their first presentation, we can certainly say that the coach will trust the youngsters to lead England to the round of 16. Thanks to its young players, England took the first step in Qatar and gave the world a heads up of what may come. Which footballer surprised you the most in the victory against Iran? Do the three Lions have what it takes to become world champions? Let us know in the comments. It took a few minutes for the VAR to become a protagonist in the World Cup. The game between Ecuador and Qatar was full of polemics, and everyone is keeping an eye on the referee's decisions.